time. Cussing niggas out for a living. Cussing niggas out for a living. Cussing niggas out is my favorite pastime. I would do it for free. Okay, I don't know what is going on. I feel like I don't know what is happening. It's already been 4 minutes. My God, today. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Girl. I just got finished talking cash money to these down to Twitter this morning. I said I reached my MF quota for the day. It ain't even 8 o'clock, girl. It's just barely 8 o'clock. I didn't call one nigga so many. I don't even know, girl. Girl, I think he got so hurt. He started going through his old tweets trying to prove to me that he wasn't what I was saying he was. Girl, you know they be lying. They'll come on they'll come on platforms, say they're married, say they're nurses, girl. They do all of that. You know, they come on online with a whole lie. If it's one group of people who reside in a fantastical world online are men. Not just the black ones, all of them. They are in a different world. Like they are in a different world. So I had to cuss a few niggas out today because they didn't like that post from 40 years ago, that video from 40 years ago. And this man kept trying to tell me it was from the 2000s. What? You trying to tell me that video was 20 years ago? And they literally said the women of the 80s and how they're different from the women of the 70s. Did you see a cell phone in the video? Did anybody look like they were from the 2000s? Girl, shut up. When I tell you they really be grasping for straws, and I felt like this dude I felt like I touched his nerve because he literally started going through his old tweets, retweeting stuff to try to disprove what I was saying. Nigga, you lying. I don't give a fuck if you are college educated. You still a lame. You still a bum. Your entire bloodline bums. Your daddy bum. Your granddaddy bum. Right? So what the thing is like how they like to blame women. Like it's because the women. So I asked him, are you like you are interacting with me the way that you are interacting with me, and your loathing and disdain for women, you're telling me that you learned that from your mother? The mothers are the ones who, the single mamas, right? They raised them. They raised them. They raised them. Did they? Because tell me how much influence your mother has over you once you left for college or wherever the hell y'all left when you went out, left your parents' home, wherever you went. Tell me what you learned. You're telling me your mother has had such a deep influence on you that you are now relating to women with such hatred and disdain in your heart, and you learned that from your mother?
I just, girl, stop.
Go tell her what you learned from her. Go tell her, Mom, I learned how to hate women from you. Tell her. Go tell her. Go tell her. Since y'all love your mamas, y'all be ready to fight for your mamas, but then blame her for the reason why you motherfuckers are the lowest on every social report card. Every single one of them. Put that in your goddamn chat GPT, bitch. Ask your chat GPT, out of all groups of men, who are the men in a patriarchy on the bottom of the totem pole? Okay. Then ask, have you ever seen it in patriarchal history where the women of the same racial group have surpassed the men? That's why they always compare themselves to you. Because if they really started to compare themselves, why don't you try to surpass Asian men? Surpass them. And then you can come and talk to me, nigga. Until then, you can't say a motherfucking thing to me. Because even with the wage motherfucking gap, because you are a motherfucker with a penis, so you automatically make more because we are in a patriarchy. And you're telling me that the women of your same racial group have surpassed you? I know other groups of men are looking like, God damn, how the black women are surpassing the men in the men in a patriarchy? We ain't never seen no shit like this before in our lives. It's happening. Put that in your goddamn AI, bitch. Motherfuckers. Anyway, so speaking of AI, I asked my little AI because Just Hilarious came back out and said her uterus is her superpower.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
That's what she said. She said her uterus is her superpower. So I asked the chat GPT, the chat GPT. I asked the AI, I asked a robot. I said, let me find the thing. I said, what does that mean? What does that mean? I didn't put any context. I didn't put anything that it would, because I feel like these AI things, I feel like they um I feel like once they get kind of like a history of questions you ask and things that you say to it, I truly believe it what do you call it, confirmation bias. Have y'all had that experience where you feel like your AI is a little biased to how you already feel about things, so their answers will be like a little bit like in agreement with you instead of like saying no, this is not what this is, right? So in an effort to do that, I remove like what my feelings are about the statement, and I just ask, what does the phrase my uterus is my superpower, what does that mean? And the Jupiter said, oh my god, down for you. Okay, let me see. She should take your time. What's the rush? Ooh. What she say? Superpower? Uh-oh. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know that you stop by. Okay. So let me go to it. I asked it, and I'm gonna put up a video so that more. I'm gonna put it in a video, and then so you guys can share it what the AI said. And I'm just gonna only actually will let it just talk for me because I think I posted a video on Instagram already. Did I? Let me read to you what it's well, let me let you read, or let me let it read what it says. Girl. Um where is it? What is it? What is it? Okay. I said, what does, quote, my uterus is my superpower mean? And I'll let it read what it says. Okay, here.
The phrase, my uterus is my superpower, is often used by cisgender women to express pride in their biological ability to carry and give birth to life. It's meant to reclaim bodily autonomy and celebrate aspects of femininity and womanhood that have been historically devalued, especially around menstruation, fertility, and motherhood. But like many empowerment slogans, its meaning is layered and its impact can be complicated depending on context. What it can mean in a positive, affirming context. I reject shame around menstruation or childbirth. I take pride in the generative power of my body. I reclaim what patriarchy tried to make me feel ashamed of. I honor the wisdom and strength that lives in my womb. But here's where it gets problematic. 1. It can reduce womanhood to a reproductive function. It implies that the uterus equals womanhood, which excludes trans women, non binary people, and cis women who've had hysterectomies, are infertile, or never wanted to bear children. It unintentionally reinforces the patriarchal logic that a woman's worth is tied to what her body can do for others, e.g., give birth. Hat 2. It can uphold essentialist exclusionary feminism. When used in trans exclusionary spaces, often under the banner of biological reality, it becomes a gatekeeping phrase, as if having a uterus is the entry fee for being a real woman. In this context, it moves from empowerment to bioessentialist ideology. So, what's the deeper truth? The uterus can be part of someone's personal source of power, memory, trauma, or identity, but it is not the source of womanhood itself. Power is not anatomy. Power is choice, voice, and spiritual sovereignty. If you want, I can help craft a caption or post that unpacks this idea and calls in more inclusive, liberated forms of embodiment.
No, I could do that for myself. And then I asked, can this be considered transphobic? And it says, this is a little longer, okay? Here she goes.
Yes, the phrase, my uterus is my superpower, can be considered transphobic, depending on the context, intent, and audience. Let's break this down carefully and clearly. When it's not transphobic. If a cis woman says this about her own experience, celebrating her body, reclaiming power from reproductive shame, or honoring her connection to menstruation or childbirth, it's not inherently transphobic. That's a personal affirmation of her lived reality. But even then, it still risks being exclusionary if said in broad, generalized ways without recognizing that womanhood, uterus. When it is transphobic or veers into trans exclusionary territory, if it's used to define or gatekeep womanhood, implying or stating that real women have uteruses, if it's said in opposition to or in the context of dismissing trans women's womanhood, if it's used in response to trans inclusive conversations.
I just want to pause it there because that's what Jess Hilarious's intent is. So she's not saying, oh my God, y'all, like I am so grateful for my uterus. I feel like it's my superpower. I feel like I'm able to create life. I'm able to hold life that's coming into this world. I feel like, oh, like there's nothing wrong with being proud, right, of that or being able to do that. But it's the intention. And we all know based on a pattern of her behavior, her, the truths that she has told herself and how she comes out and speaks those truths, whatever feels true for her, it's riddled in transphobia. And it's she's saying it as a tool for the patriarchy, like I said yesterday. Okay, let's finish.
Or to push back on inclusive language to define or gatekeep womanhood, implying or stating that real women have uteruses. If it's said in opposition to or in the context of dismissing trans women's womanhood. If it's used in response to trans inclusive conversations or to push back on inclusive language, like people who menstruate or birthing people, that context makes it explicitly trans exclusionary. If it's weaponized in spaces that uphold TERF, trans exclusionary radical feminist ideology, it carries transphobic weight, even if the speaker doesn't realize it. Why it matters. Because slogans like this, when unexamined, can reinforce harmful hierarchies, reducing womanhood to biology and invalidating the identities and experiences of trans women, trans men, and non-binary people.
Yep.
It's not about silencing cis women's pride in their bodies. It's about not making that pride the benchmark for everyone else's legitimacy.
Ooh.
Want a more inclusive reframe? Here's a quick example. My relationship with my uterus has shaped me, but it doesn't define all womanhood. Power takes many forms. Let me know if you'd like help crafting an inclusive post.
No, thank you, girl. So, what do y'all think about that? I think it explains it perfectly why her statement can be seen as transphobic and where it's coming from. She doesn't even like cis women. She is a male identified. In all situations, Just Hilarious will not take your side. You know how she got, who's going to protect the black woman?
Fuck is gonna stand up for us? Who the fuck stands up for us? And us, I mean women, real women, biological women, women who were born with all the parts that you guys wish that you were. When does the delusion stop? What is the difference between you and someone who has been diagnosed to be mentally insane? What's the only difference is you don't have a straitjacket on. Stop talking out your fucking ass. Wake up. How are you projecting your anger on real women? Because we are the gatekeepers. We are the gatekeepers for periods. We the only one that fucking bleed, honey. We the only ones that can give birth. We make y'all people. We make y'all. Y'all come from us. You can't be us. You will never. You're chasing something you'll never, ever get. You'll never be that.
I don't know who you looking to protect you, bitch, because these motherfuckers is killing y'all every 4 hours. Not the trans girls. The trans girls ain't killing y'all every 4 hours. It's these niggas that y'all put on a pedestal. It's these niggas that every time they have a situation happening, you jump on their side automatically. Talking about you need to see more evidence. And then when they fuck you over, now you're down here talking about
Who the fuck stands up for us? And us, I mean women, real women, biological women, women who were born with all the parts.
Girl, who are you asking for protection from? Your predator? Is that who you're asking? Because the trans woman is not your predator, my dear. It's that man whose identity is so deep within you, you can't even see it. You really whittled yourself down to your reproductive organs. That is what they do to you. That's what they want to do to you. And all you're doing is helping. And all the women who share her sentiment, share her truths, I'm telling you, the girls are getting her together. I really want you to hear this girl get her together.
Jess, on numerous occasions, has said that men have, misgendered her. Mm-hmm. Misgendering is a part of transphobia.
So transgender women don't identify as female.
I don't identify as female. No, I identify as a trans woman.
So you agree with Jess's position that was bullshit?
I agree that Jess took what she heard, because I also took what I heard out of context. Like, nah, what the fuck?
So I didn't even hear that part. Because I, like the rest of the world, react to clips.
Cis women don't own womanhood when it comes down to menstruation, because it also applies to trans men and intersex. I was like, I got it.
Hold on. Hold on. Don't take my guard down for you. This nigga told me a hit dog will holler. I said, I'm the right motherfucking dog. I will grab you by your neck and ring you around this motherfucker until your body goes limp. I'm the right motherfucking dog to hit, bitch. That's who I am. Early in the morning. Hit me early in the morning, bitch. Motherfucker. Let me see. Okay.
Gender construct.
Okay.
Social construct. So if you got a uterus, yeah, you can have a baby.
Yes, that's the point. If you have a uterus, you can have a baby.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we agree on that.
Lene couldn't, so I will. Jess Hilarious, you want to be Barbara Walters of the Breakfast Club, girl. If you don't put the mic down and pick up a book, preferably one with footnotes, I know something. Let me get something straight for the folks in the back that are going to try to defend this. It's not about this one comment. It's the greatest hits album of transmissia, homomissia, and tired-ass punchlines dressed up like social commentary. Jess Hilarious has repeatedly used trans folks, especially black trans women, as her go-to gag when the material runs dry. And baby, the material has been dry for a minute. So let's rewind, shall we? In 2019, she casually called someone a faggot online like it was a pronoun. In 2022, she joked about being offended that a man thought she was trans as if we're an insult. In 2023, she went viral for saying that trans women are mentally insane and comparing us to people in straitjackets. And then she also said that gay people choose to be gay, like an orientation is a lunch special that you order on Thursdays. And now sis thinks that she's qualified to lead gender discourse on the Breakfast Club. Child, the only thing that you've been doing consistently is being loud and wrong. So when did you become an educator? But here's what kills me. Every time she gets called out, it's the same dance. She backpedals in a dirty bonnet, says how she loves everybody, blames cancel culture, and somehow still ends up booked. Meanwhile, trans folks gotta fight for our right to exist in public, in peace, and in the media every time we have to show up. But okay, Jess, since you like to make a scene every single time a trans person says good morning, let's make a movie. And here's the plot twist. I'm the black trans woman who reads you for filth, but does it with grace, facts, and comedic timing. You like jokes? Bet, I got a couple. Let's talk about the irony of calling us mentally ill while you do stand up that never stands up to a single brain cell. Let's talk about the audacity to mock periods like you ever met a biology textbook that you didn't ignore. Let's also talk about being scared, so scared of trans women that you treat basic gender discourse like it's a haunted house. Sis, you're not funny. You're fearful. And fear disguised as funny will always fall flat because nobody's laughing with you. They're laughing at the spectacle of your ignorance. And if the Breakfast Club thinks that this is what qualifies as real talk in 2025, then maybe it's time that we cancel the entire goddamn show. Because the black trans folks are not a trending topic. We're not your lesson plan, and we sure as hell are not your punchlines. So Jess, until you consider cross from a black trans woman and actually listen without interrupting, without deflecting, without cracking a joke to get out accountability, keep our names, our gender, and our entire community out of your recycled ass monologues. Because if you're gonna make a scene out of us, sweetie, I'm here to make a moment out of you. And until you understand that you'll never win by being hateful, I'll wait.
I'm gonna tell you, the girls, the trans women are getting Jess Hilarious together. They really are. I was looking for a post that I put it in. Did I put it in my stories? Isn't there no, this is what I want. Like, I don't have like. Oh, this is live archive. Girl, this whole time I thought it said like archive, because on TikTok you can go see what you've liked before. Bitch, I thought this was I thought this said like archive. Girl. Hold on, let me see.
This message is for Jess Hilarious. Transphobia affects you too. Here's why. The Instagram comedian Jess Hilarious, who is currently serving as a co-host on the Breakfast Club radio show, is constantly throwing jabs at transgender people even when they are not the topic of discussion.
And for you, I want somebody who knows that women can have babies.
Oh, okay.
Only women can have babies. I just want to let you know that.
Interesting.
And this most recent incident isn't new. She's been doing this for years. And the reason is that she thinks transphobia will never affect her. But she's wrong. In June 2023, Michelle Dion Peacock, a 59-year-old black woman, was murdered by her neighbor Tommy Wayne Earl. Earl approached Michelle in broad daylight and slashed her throat open with a straight razor outside of her home. Earl told police he harbored a long-standing grudge against Michelle because, in his words, she was a, quote, male acting like a woman. He thought Michelle was transgender. She was not. She was just an older black woman who didn't fit his definition of femininity. And guess what, Jess? Neither do you. What you don't understand is that the transphobia you helped to spread and normalize will be used against you and women who look like you. Women who do not fit the Eurocentric, ultra-feminine expectation of what a woman should look like, act like, or sound like. So when the narrative that you helped to push fully transform our society into a place where men can inspect our daughters' bodies because they suspect that they are transgender, because they are not seen as women enough, will you be proud of yourself?
Okay, I thought I saved her following. So let's see what's going on down to the blogs. But
I sponsor the blog. Let me tell you something.
Besides this foolishness with Jess Hilarious. Let's see. Joy Taylor is shedding light on the complexities of abusive relationships by sharing her own experience of DV. Now, remember, Joy Taylor is the woman who is in that lawsuit with the other woman who said that she told her, don't, basically, I'm going to tell these, if I don't get to where I'm going in this job, I'm going to say that the man that I've been sleeping with to get the job, I'm going to say he raped me. That's Joy Taylor. So now she's sharing her story of DV and how it's hard to leave. So let's hear what she has to say.
Okay. I'm a multiple-time domestic violence survivor. I grew up in an abusive home, and I have, unfortunately, a lot of experience with a lot of the conversations that are out there right now. I just urge you, when you speak publicly about people that are sexually abused, physically abused, emotionally abused, or financially abused, that you don't default to, well, why didn't you just leave? There is a very big difference between assault and abuse. It is manipulative, it is extensive, it is intentional. There is a lead up to abuse. There is a system. There is a narcissistic gaslighting process that deteriorates your ability to make rational decisions for yourself. 41% of women and 26% of men experience sexual violence, physical violence, or stalking by an intimate partner in their lifetime. This happens all the time, all over the world. More people than you think have experienced this around you. And if you want to be an empathetic person, if you want to move the conversation forward, do a little bit of research. Watch some interviews from someone who has left an abusive situation. Educate yourself and ask questions. That's my piece on domestic violence for this particular chapter. Unfortunately, I'm sure I'll have to have the conversation again.
You don't even have to do any research. Men who are all in these comments talking shit and the women talking shit, ask 10 people. Ask the 10 people that are in direct contact, 0 degrees of separation. Ask 10 women. And then ask 10 men. Ask those 10 men, when was their first encounter with sex? And I bet you it was some type of assault. Okay? Then ask them, have they ever been assaulted? Have they ever been abused? Ask them. Ask those 10 women and ask those 10 men. You don't even have to do it. You could do anecdotal research and just ask. And out of those 10 women, you know how many people are going to say that they were abused? 4. 4 of them. Almost half of them have been abused. And you heard her say multiple, right? So they'll tell you your picker is off instead of saying these men are abusive, right? Because how do all these women find these abusive. Where do all these abusive men come from? They single mamas? Because you know that y'all like to blame the single mamas for everything. Where did these abusive men, where did these men learn these tactics? How did they learn these tactics? How? To where so many women have had parallel but different experiences, to the point where you could hear a woman talking and literally in the comments, they'll be like, did you date my ex? Were you with? Because that sounds like my same fucking story, girl. So how the fuck did I meet somebody who had these behaviors? And how the fuck did you meet somebody who had that behavior? And girl, we don't even know each other. You on the other side of the fucking world. How the fuck did you meet a man who showed up the way the nigga that I was sitting next to? How did those two men who those two men have never had contact with each other? Never. How are they both treating women the same way? And one is on the other side of the world. She just chose wrong? Really? I don't think it's that simple. I don't think it's as simple as just choosing wrong. I think instead of saying she chose wrong, I think it's time to look at the lot that she's choosing from, the lot that she has access to, the lot that is within her reach. Now we can examine the lot. Don't examine her, because the lot, how in the hell nobody investigates? How does this woman keep picking? Every man she picks is wrong. Every man she picks, she has to choose better. She's trying to choose better. So how is it possible? What are the odds that a woman just keeps picking men who abuse her? What are the odds? And why are these men abusing her? Why are these men abusive? Let's talk about that. Not why or how many times she was abused. Let's talk about why the men are abusive. Why are men abusive? Because they want to control and dominate. I have the answer for you. That's it, period. And they slap a sparkly diamond on it and a little lace and a little lily and a little champagne glass and call it marriage. Same shit. Now you in it with your husband. And now you're told, oh, you can't leave because you got to work hard for it. Girl, no. How in the hell are these all of the thousands of men over a generation, and they all they do is blame women? You should have chose better. You should have chose better. You should have chose better. Do you think the woman, because what's his name, fresh and fit, Myron? You know how Myron, he'll say something to women like, you should have chose better, you're choosing the wrong man, you're choosing these bums. And the wild part is, he thinks he's one of those good men who say that to you. They think that they are one of those good men. You should have chose better. Me and my crew, we're better. No, you're not. Let's ask the women around you. You're not better. I guarantee you they have a different story. I know you have a story about how you would like to present yourself, and typically y'all like to exaggerate, put a little, what do they say? Put a little sauce on it. Put a little shit on it, because that's what y'all be doing, putting shit on it. Because everybody can smell it coming from a mile away. Your bullshit. Yeah. How are all these men abusive? Why are people abusive? Let's talk about that. Oh, listen to this. This is Monique's son, Shalon Jackson, apologizes for the 2024 feud. I should have just called my mother. Let's listen to what he says. Wow, good for him. Let's see.
It was a year ago, was a betrayal against our family, and I have to take full accountability for it. Why I made the videos and how I was feeling at the time when I made them is irrelevant. I made them, and I shouldn't have, period. My family did not deserve the backlash that they received from what I said.
They kind of did.
Having a life's resume with your family as the one in the family who simply just can't get right, and then finally doing what you're supposed to be doing, didn't give me the right to feel self-righteous when I felt like they didn't notice. My mother and Sydney were very justified to address my mental health condition at the time. I just simply didn't like it. Taking accountability can be hard if I allow it to be. Bottom line, I was wrong. And I shouldn't have said any of what I said, I should have just kept my mouth shut and called my mother. Having that family discussion was hard, and it felt like I spiritually got...
Hold on. Oh, I could pause it. I remember to do this. Okay. All right. So let's listen to Shalon apologize to his mom. Okay. Hold on.
Videos a year ago was a betrayal against our family, and I have to take full accountability for it. Why I made the videos and how I was feeling at the time when I made them is irrelevant. I made them, and I shouldn't have, period. My family did not deserve the backlash that they received from what I said. Having a life's resume with your family as the one in the family who simply just can't get right, and then finally doing what you're supposed to be doing, didn't give me the right to feel self-righteous when I felt like they didn't notice. My mother and Sydney were very justified to address my mental health condition at the time. I just simply didn't like it. Taking accountability can be hard if I allow it to be. Bottom line, I was wrong, and I shouldn't have said any of what I said. I should have just kept my mouth shut and called my mother. Having that family discussion was hard, and it felt like I spiritually got jumped making those videos. But at the end of the ass whooping, my family did pick me up and give me a hug. The love my mother has for her family and the way that she loves life is a testament to her husband. It's a very humbling experience when your little brothers have a valid reason to want to punch their older brother in the face. But it was my brothers who had the idea for us to have the conversation in person, which would prevent me from running from it. And even after they heard all the shit I put our mother through, they still gave me a hug, told me they love me, and then we laughed for the rest of the weekend. Who they are as men and who they are becoming as men is also a testament to the caliber of man Sydney is and has always been since I've known him. My mother wakes up every day with a smile on her face and nothing but joy to give. And I take full accountability once again for taking that relationship away from my children. Now, watching her take pride in making my son's baby food from scratch, but at the end of the ass whoop, now watching her take pride in making my son's baby food from scratch, to baking chickpea chocolate chip cookies with my daughter, to being with me the first time my son went underwater in the pool, makes me so happy to have been so wrong before. Life does have a way of showing up for you, even when you don't want it to. Making the decision to go no contact with my family hurt me more than I could have ever imagined, which in turn trickled down to me not being the best man, father, and future husband that I could be for my family. For those that use my words as a way to further a narrative that my mother is difficult to work with, that her husband is controlling, or that she is anything like the character that she portrayed in Precious, I also apologize to my mother for the things that you said about her. If it wasn't for me running my mouth, y'all wouldn't have ran yours.
Wow.
For those that left comments telling me that at the time, I should not have been saying what I was saying, I appreciate you for holding me accountable. Whew. I owe it to my family to make this apology public, due to the fact that I made our family business public. Though the road to family redemption is hard, I'm looking forward to it. For those that showed me support at the time, but also put up prayers for us to work it out, thank you. Now, these are some receipts that I'm very happy to share. Thank you for listening.
I'll show it.
Those that left
okay, well, good. I'm glad they worked it out, but it's coded real funny for me. He's reading a script. People ask, why is he reading a script? Because that's how he's able to get out all his thoughts. I think it's actually a smart thing to do for someone who may feel uncomfortable recording and just may lose their thoughts. It's good to have your thoughts out and then read from them so that you can stay on track. I think it's actually a good thing to do. He sounds like they sound like they've gone and had some help, and I don't know, but the way that it's coded, I feel like I don't know. I know y'all heard it. You heard the parts that were felt like it was a little, it just felt a little weird to me. But if they are truly repairing their relationship and the pictures look, they're smiling and everything like that, hopefully Monique and Sydney can uphold their end of the bargain. And because they came out, and I feel like the way they came out talking about him and him excusing it, I feel is whack. That's how I feel. Because you're not going to be able to, just because you are a parent, you're not able to come out and talk about me and my mental health on a public platform and me not respond publicly. Right? Like, right? And so also the narrative that his mother is difficult, I think people had their opinions about Monique prior to understanding your side of the story. And when you told your side of the story, it affirmed what they believe about her already. And they're like, oh, like if she doesn't, I mean, like clearly, if she don't get along with her kids, she's not getting along with people in the thing. She don't even get along with her kids. Like, people are going to put those two things together. Adult children going no contact, for a lot, it is the best thing that they could do, because they have a particular type of parent who doesn't honor or respect the adult child in a way that is nurturing and also constructive, right? And so if you have gone no contact with your parent because of whatever reason you have, you're justified in that. So don't look like, to me, this, like, when people who have gone no contact, all I can think about is watching him and how he almost sounds like he is thankful that him and his mother are together again, but the coded language almost sounding like a child again. And like, basically, I shouldn't have put our family business out there. And I feel like for a lot of families, when you find out what, like, you watch these stories, these documentaries online, and the house is so beautiful, landscaping, manicured, nice shiny cars in the driveway, and it's a hell hole in the house. It's almost like allowing this idea where I'm not telling my family business, I'm keeping things in the house. That is language that protects abusers, right? Because what details could you tell about your family to where they say don't tell what goes on in this house? Why would I, if everything was on the up and up, why wouldn't you want me to tell? When somebody's telling you don't snitch, that's what they're basically telling you. Don't snitch on the family. And I feel like that kind of thinking supports abuse. Don't air your dirty laundry. Don't say what goes on in this house. So many people have endured horrible abuse and had said nothing because they have held on to, well, I can't tell anybody how my family treats me. He felt like he wasn't justified. I felt like he was. You're going to talk about me on a public platform, you're a public figure, I'm going to talk about you on a public platform. And that's it. I don't operate from a hierarchical like stance. That kind of parenting style, a hierarchical parenting style, is very much rooted in patriarchy, where now you're saying things like Sydney is the type of man and I'm the, like, I don't know. It's just weird to me. That's it. It's, I mean, if that's how he feels and it's healthy for them, kudos to them. His feelings were valid, and I hated how Monique and her quote daddy responded to him. But ultimately, none of that matters because this is ultimately what Shalon wanted, and that's what's important. Monique is constantly vindicated, and y'all still throw hate towards her. I don't know where she's vindicated. Where is she vindicated? I bet she don't apologize to him publicly. That's the thing. That's what I was thinking about. He's doing this on a public platform. We haven't seen nothing from Monique. I don't know. Bad taste in my mouth. Blink one time if you're in danger. This is great. I bet it was not easy for him. Yeah, it sounds like he's taken some level of accountability, but I feel like he's taking on accountability, some accountability that doesn't even belong to him. That's what it sounds like, right? Anyone else heard that? I did. Okay, so let's see. Amber Rose talking about Tory Lanez. Girl, shut the fuck up. Eddie Murphy's son and Martin Lawrence's daughter got married. They ran off and got married. They didn't do a big wedding. They eloped. Eddie Murphy revealed on Thursday's episode of the Jennifer Hudson Show that his son Eric and Martin Lawrence's daughter Jasmine ran off and got married a couple weeks ago. The comedian told his Dreamgirls co-star that everyone was planning a large wedding when the now newlyweds, who got engaged in November 2024, decided to do something small and intimate with just them and a priest at a church. While he joked that Martin Lawrence got out of having to pay for the lavish wedding, he shared that they plan to have a larger celebration in the future. Okay, let's hear what he says.
At your son's, wait, it's your daughter's wedding, right?
My son and they got married like 2 weeks ago. They went off. Everybody was making the big wedding plans, and then they decided they wanted to do something quiet with just the two of them, and then they got married. And now Martin don't got to.
Y'all are in-laws now. You and Martin are in-laws.
Yeah, we're in-laws. He don't have to pay for the big wedding now.
Did you sing for the wedding, Eddie?
No, I didn't.
There was no wedding,
wedding,
girl.
No, they went off and they got married at the church. They didn't. They just had the two of them and the preacher. They had a little quiet. Look at it, a little quiet little thing.
Oh, that's
so beautiful. I think we'll have like a big party or something.
And then
they ran off and got married.
Okay, will you sing then?
Will I sing at the wedding?
Yeah.
No, I ain't singing.
No. My girl wants to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. Hey, remember Eddie Murphy and Rick James? Remember they made a song? You don't remember that song? Y'all a little too young for that, huh? Let's see. Baby. Let's see. Come on, Eddie Murphy. Come on, intro. Why you wanna hurt me? Hey. Yeah, come on, Eddie Murphy. Come on, Eddie. Yeah, my girl wants to. That's Rick James. Let's go down to the end and say who wrote it. It says Rick James and Shalon. Why you wanna hurt me? Hey, after all of the things I've done for you. Hey. All right, we're going to leave on that note. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Congratulations to Shalon and his mother, Monique, for mending. And hopefully it stays mended. If she has changed, right? Hopefully she has made some changes too to get along better with him. And shout out to Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence's children who got married. Ain't that crazy, girl? They got married and eloped. So shout out to them. Good luck. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments.